Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on JavaScript beginners to the advanced level. And right now we'll be discussing about something special. We'll be discussing about JavaScript syntax. This is the part 2 of the JavaScript syntax I discussed about previously. And I want you guys to stay put and follow along easily. And right now we'll be discussing about JavaScript values, JavaScript literals, JavaScript variables. We'll talk about JavaScript operators, expressions, JavaScript keywords, comments, identifiers, names, case sensitivity, camel case, Pascal case, character sets, Unicode JavaScript character set. So I've discussed about that Unicode before, but if you don't know about it, you can check my previous tutorial on that in our HTML beginners to the advanced level. I discussed about the Unicode character sets there. So right now let's discuss about the JavaScript syntax, the way we can write it in a good way. So firstly, JavaScript values. The JavaScript syntax defines two types of values: fixed values, variable values. Fixed values are called literals, variable values are called variables. JavaScript literals. The two most important syntax rules for fixed values are numbers and strings. Numbers can have decimal values, and number can have decimal values, and it can have normal number without decimal points. So, and the strings, you can enclose your string in two double quotes, or you can have it in one single quote. Another thing you have to note again is that JavaScript variable in a programming language, variables are used to store data values. JavaScript uses the keyword var, let, and const to declare variables, and equal sign is used to assign values to variables. In this example, I'm going to show you how everything works together. JavaScript operators. JavaScript uses arithmetic operators like comma, plus sign, minus, times, and division to compute values. And JavaScript uses an assignment operators equals to assign values to variables. So, and again, JavaScript expressions. An expression is a combination of values, variables, and operators which computes to a value. The computation is called an evaluation. For example, 5 times 10, evaluation to 50. 5 times 10 is equal to 50. And again, expressions can also contain variable values like variable times 10. You understand that kind of thing? The values can be of various types, such as numbers and strings. For example, John inside the double quote plus double quote, which is representing space, plus double quote with do. So evaluates to John, and so on and so forth. JavaScript keywords. JavaScript keywords are used to identify actions to be performed. The let keyword tells the browser to create variables, which is this, as you can see. The var keyword also tells the browser to create variables, as you can see, which is this. In these examples, using var or let will produce the same result. You will learn more about var and let later in this tutorial. JavaScript comments. Not all JavaScript statements are executed. Code after double slashes or between slash and star sign, and having the whatsoever code inside it, and the star sign, and also the code, the slash is treated as a comment. Comments are ignored and will not be executed. And again, you will learn more about comments in a later chapter. JavaScript identifiers and names. Identifiers are JavaScript names. Identifiers are used to name variables and keywords and functions. The rules for legal names are the same in most programming languages. A JavaScript name must begin with A to set capital letter or A to set lower letter. A dollar sign, it can begin with a dollar sign, and it also can begin with underscore. Subsequently, characters may be letters, digits, underscores, or dollar signs. But one thing you have to notice is that numbers are not allowed as the first character in names. Note it, numbers are not allowed as the first character in names. This way, JavaScript can easily distinguish identifiers from numbers. You understand what I'm saying? JavaScript is case sensitive. All JavaScript identifiers are case sensitive. The variable last name and last name right here, this one is having capital letter name and this one is having small letter name, are two different variables. So I'm going to show you how that works also in brief detail later. JavaScript does not interpret let capital or let small letter as the keyword let. So you have to note that JavaScript and camel case. Historically, programmers have used different ways of joining multiple words into one variable name. Hyphen, like when you use hyphen like this in JavaScript, don't support when you use like minus inside to represent the name, hyphen in between, because hyphens are not allowed in JavaScript. They are reserved for subtraction. I'm going to show you how that works also. Underscore can be used because underscore is good. You can write your first name underscore name. Understand? First underscore name and all that. Upper camel case Pascal. You can do it like this. The first character can have capital letter, which the middle character can have capital letter also, and the rest name can follow in a reasonable way. Lower camel case also can start from lower case, and the middle character can have the capital letter. JavaScript character set. JavaScript uses the Unicode character set. Unicode covers almost all the characters, punctuations, and symbols in the word. I've discussed about the Unicode characters in our previous tutorial in HTML beginners to advanced level. You can watch that to be able to understand everything you need to know about Unicode characters. This is all I have for you guys for now. So now let's get to the main thing. Let's do this together. So what we are going to do now is that I have this document I've already arranged for you guys. So I have to start writing something. Firstly, let's write a variable syntax. Variable is starting from this. When you write var, this one is a keyword. Let, this one is also a keyword. Const, this one is also a keyword. So how are these works? They work in different ways. Var can let you assign a variable, like we say, let's say first underscore name. So when you write first underscore name, we have give it a variable. This one, the let can have first name. This one can have second name, second underscore name. This one is already having another variable. This third keyword can have third last name, last underscore name. So if this one have last name like this, you must the difference is that this first one and the second one, the var and the let, allow you to assign the values to the variables later. Maybe you can break the page, come down here and write first name, you understand, and give it is equal to var. You understand? When you do that, you are not going to have any error. And the same thing goes with this let keyword also. You can do that also here with the let keyword. You can say second name is equal to anwar akorede. So when you do this, and never forget your double quote, because if you don't do that, you are going to have an error. So after that, but this one right here doesn't allow us. Let's say imagine we save it like this, you are going to have an error because it's not going to display anything. So that's why, as you can see, you are already seeing the red signal that this is an error. So you must put a value to it immediately, which is ayofe. You must not jump to another paragraph like the other one, like this let or this var. So the const, you must give it a value immediately at its statement right here, section right here. So this is it. This is how we can use JavaScript keywords, var, let, and const, and this is how we can assign values to all the variables different ways. You can see they work different way. This one works together in the same ways, but this one is different way. It works in another way. So how can we call all these variables? How can we see what we have wrote so far? We can just define document dot write. When we use document dot write, you can just say, okay, what do we want to display? Are we trying to display this first name or second name or the last name? So let's say I want to display the first name first. I can copy the name right here and paste it here. When I save my document and reload, you can now see I'm having anwar. And if it's the second name I want to use also, I can copy it like this, paste it here, save my document. Can you see I'm having akorede? And the same thing goes to the third one also. When you save it like this and reload, can you see you're having? And you want to show all the three names in this same line, you can just do like comma, come here, paste it. Now I have these two. Can you see akorede ayofe? And you can have the first name also. You can have the first name right here also. You have the first name right here and save your document. You can do reload. Can you see anwar akorede ayofe? So, and the funnest part is that you can give it a space. When you give it a space right here, everything is going to look nice and neat. So that is because we need a space, as you can see, anwar akorede ayofe. So this is all I have for you for now. And again, some things you have to note when you are writing JavaScript code. It's not good when you are having a lot of code like this, because you need to learn how to minimize the way the codes you are writing, the way your code is looking. That's why another function comes up. So we can just say this second name like this, you can take it to this place, and this second name right here, take it out of here and paste it here. So this one can have, that is what we are trying to say right here, is that one keyword can have two variables. It is having first name and second name, as you can see, and this third one can just have this last name. You understand? So as you can see, this first one is having first name, second name, and the last name is right here at the left here. And you can give it three variables if you want, but I just want it in this way for now. And if I like, I can just say carry the third one, put it here. So when I do it like this, I can just copy this one and do comma and do like this, and it is still working for us. I give it a space so that I can see everything I'm writing clearly. As you can see, anwar akorede ayofe. But this let, what can I use this let for now? Is useless now. So to use it, I can just carry all this one right here, the first name, second name, third name, first name, second name, last name. I can just say full name. You understand? Full underscore name. You understand? And I give it is equal to, I paste it here. When I paste it here, I have to do like this. So when I save my document, you're going to see an error will still occur because we have some things we haven't done yet. I'll put the full name right here. Document.write. Is this correct? Document.write. Okay, this one is the one that's causing problem. Okay, so as you can see, I removed the const already. So when I reload my document, you're going to see the full name. Can you see we are not seeing the full name? The reason why we are not seeing it is because right here we need to concatenate all these values, all these 1, 2, 3, because they are all variables. So to concatenate them, we are going to use plus sign. So when I use plus sign, we will now be able to see the values of all these variables one by one. When I reload now, can you see now we are having anwar akorede ayofe? And again, the main thing we have to note again is that we can use our const again. Const can now be here. We can just use const for anything we want. I can just say, okay, const can be country. You understand? Or const can be anything. Can be age. You understand? Or sex. You understand? Or gender. Let me call it gender here. So can be gender. You understand? You can give it, when you give it gender, you can give it is equal to gender is equal to male. You understand? When you give it male, you have to close it like this. The funnest part again is that you have to enclose this in double quote. If not, it's not going to work. But this one we haven't called it yet. To call it, you can just do gender, this one right here, you can do comma and give it like this. When we do it like this and give this one a space, everything is still going to look fine. Let's reload. Can you see? Anwar akorede ayofe mail. You understand? And if you want the mail to come to the bottom, you can just do that from here. Just give it a break if you want. And then do like this. BR. Understand? Can just carry the BR right here. Place it here. When I give it, can you see? It jumped to the bottom. So everything is working as we expected. And the one thing I want you to understand again is that you can just use everything with cons or whatsoever. It depends on what you want to do. So like, let's say for instance now we carry this full name. Let's try one experiment here. Let's try one experiment plus, you see, when I do like this and I now call the gender, only the gender. If I call only the gender, we are going to see what will happen. Can you see? We are having male and wow akorede ayofe, because I concatenate this text with this variable. So and we can do it opposite also. I just do like this, carry this one, put it here, put this one here. This is the plus, this is male, and this is it. Because practice make perfect. Make sure you practice, because I do practice. That's why everything is looking nice. You are seeing, as you can see. Can you see? Anwar akorede ayofe mail. Everything is looking like we want. I don't think you are getting my point. So if you program very well, your code is going to look nice, very, very nice. But if you don't program it very well, it's going to look rough. So there are some errors you need to be aware of. Definitely, if you are defining a variable, you must not start your variable with numbers. As you can see, immediately it shows error. When I reload my document now, can you see error occurs? And again, you cannot use at right here. As you can see, when I define my variable with at, can you see error again? But you can use capital letter to start from the beginning. You can use other things, but only that two things you have to be careful of. And also, don't use minus in between your space, right? Can you see? When I use minus, everything is going to become error. Can you see? Or if I remove the minus when I reload, can you see? And I can start with capital letter. Let's say for instance now I change this one to capital letter and I call it with that capital letter, fender. When I reload, can you see? When I reload, everything is looking nice. So and again, there is another thing you can do. You can call it with $sign. When you use $G, $gender, $gender, you can do that also, and it's still going to work. Can you see? It's still working when I reload. And if you can still call it with underscore gender. Understand? You can do that also, and everything is still going to work as you expected. When I reload, can you see? Everything is still working. And the other thing also is that you can remove, you can do it like this. Make this one at the middle become capital letter, it doesn't matter. When I make this one also capital letter, it doesn't matter. Can you see? Gender. So it's still going to look like I expected. So you can do it different ways you want, but note that you cannot do minus. If you do minus, you're going to have a problem with it. Can you see? Because minus is used for equational purpose inside the code. So and to do calculation, so right here to do calculation, let's say let me give a calculation somewhere. Let's say let 2 plus 4, let x equals to 2 plus 4. So I do like this, and I want to display this calculation also. I can just say okay, come here, I just do like this and give it the x. You're going to see the value. Can you see we are having 6? So I can give it a space right here so that it can look nice, or give it a space somewhere. So don't let me stress myself with this one. So you see what I'm talking about. You can do a lot of things, bunch of things you can do, and you can do different powerful things that many people don't expect to happen right here. So later I'm still going to be exploring this in some ways for you guys. All this is what I want you guys to note, because this is, as it is like this now, it's easy to understand than join different things that is not reasonable. Let's say for instance I can say var y is equal to x, you understand? Then I can now display y, you understand? I'm still going to, when I use y, when I display it, can you see I'm having y? And the funnest part is that I don't know, maybe we can, no, let me just leave it like that. So you can do equation with it. That's why I purposely show you this equation. You can do division, you can do mathematical expression, any type of expression you want, you can do it. Now let's leave it like this for now. So these are all you need to know. And literal, whatever you use, whenever you see literal, when they are talking about literal are those without fixed value, which is literal are those with fixed value, which is this anwar right here is a fixed value, this one is a fixed value, is a fixed value. So, and when you hear variable, whenever you find a variable is the one they give name like this one now, this full name now. It can change, but we don't know where it is. To know where it is, we will trace it from here. Definitely this one is also a variable value, this one is a fixed value, this one is a variable value. This variable value is coming from this anwar fixed value. So that's how you should know. Fixed value are the literals and variable value are the variable values. So that's all. I think we don't have any issue with our document right now. Again, we have discussed about operators, as you can see. You can use these assignment operators right here. Let me just place there. Let's do something. Let's see what we have. You can just give it let var, let's go to let gg is equal to, so you can just do this and it's going to calculate the answer for you. You can just carry the gg and put it here. When you save without putting the comma, you are going to have error. Can you see? But you have to put a comma here so that you don't have an error. So when I reload, can you see? Now we are having the answer, which is there. So you have to practice, because practice make perfect. I don't have much to say again for now. Anwar, akorede, ayofe is my name once again. I wish to see you guys next time to the next tutorial. Peace and love. Have a great day. Thank you so much. And again, before I go, don't forget, if you have to know anything, if you want to know anything about, oh shit, I have this comment. So to write comment, let's say for instance we have a lot of code right here. We want to comment something out. Maybe we don't want to display this this second name right here. You can just comment it out. You don't want to use it. When we reload our document, can you see? Now we are having undefined. Can you see? So that is one of the comments you can do. And again, you can comment everything out, like /hash. When you use /hash, can you see everything comment out? And you can close it anywhere you want. Maybe we want to close it here. I just do like, we want to stop the comment from here. So when we reload, can you see? Now we don't see anything. The only one we can see is this. So but this one now is going to disturb it. When I save my document like this and reload, can you see? Now we are able to see this one. So when we bring it back, it's going to give us error. Can you see? It's because it's coming from this place. So all this text right here, you can comment, you can uncomment it out. We can uncomment it out for it to work perfect again. So sometimes when you're having a variable that you don't define, you will get error. So that's why now we see everything again. So that's all I have for now. This mail right here, I can just give it a space so that everything can look nice, as you can see. So I think all this document, everything that is there, we have discussed about it. So I don't want you to feel like something is left that I haven't told you or whatsoever. So I think we are good to go. These are identifiers and names, and we have discussed about it. You can use case name, so we can use last name or whatsoever. So that's all. Anwar, akorede, ayofe is my name once again. I wish to see you guys next time to the next tutorial. Peace and love. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye. To the next.